Hello and welcome to Nick Tries Things, a show where I try things. And as you can see, for the first time I'm not on my own. Who are you?
I'm Alice, from Alice's Magical Library on Instagram. I also have my own podcast.
Okay, I didn't say you could have all these free plugs, but okay. So why?
He's on my podcast.
So why are we here today?
I am going to do a blind food test.
We're going to do a blind food test.
We're going to do a blind food test.
Because I've just recently reviewed the Tim Tam.
Yes.
You tried the Tim Tam. We all tried the Tim Tam. And I thought it was inferior to the penguin. Then I tried a penguin a few weeks after that and was like, I'm not actually sure. So today we are going to put the Australian beloved Tim Tam biscuit against the British penguin biscuit. I'm going to label these so we know which ones are which, right? Okay, good. So before we crack on with even the blindfold, which I just found, a little bit of history.
About me?
No one cares about that. About the biscuits we are talking about. So, the penguin made by McVitie's was first made in 1932.
That's old.
Yes. That's when they became a saleable biscuit. And the Tim Tam was created in 1964.
And I showed there a plate of Tim Tams.
The biscuit, this is the history of the Tim Tam. It says, I'm just reading this on Wikipedia. Right? The biscuit was created by Ian Norris during 1958 when he took a world trip looking for inspiration for new products. While travelling to Britain, he found the penguin biscuit and said, let's make a better one. Right. And that is where we are today. With the Tim Tam, with the penguin, two massively famous biscuits in the biscuit world.
Oh, I only knew about penguins before you brought Tim Tams in.
That's because you don't know. So look,
Also, just before we start, they are both milk chocolate.
They are both milk chocolate, yes.
Because sometimes they make other flavours of biscuits and I don't understand why.
Penguin you can get in orange, mint, I believe, varieties.
Okay.
Tim Tam, in the UK at least, you can get in milk, dark and caramel. Let's compare the two biscuits before we start. You can see...
A penguin is definitely longer than a Tim Tam.
And probably a bit, just about as thick as well. So I'm going to cut into this, break it up. Been in the fridge, so they are a little bit hard.
I'll keep the penguins on one side of the plate and Tim Tams on the other.
That's a good idea. Right. That was a bad cut.
Okay.
So.
Who's going first?
So that's the penguin.
Yep.
Yep. That is the Tim Tam. So, I am going to put this on, and if you want to spin the plate around or something, so I don't know which is which, and I cannot see. Am I looking at the camera?
Yes.
Good. Okay, that's good. Right, okay, stop. Now I need you to guide my hand over one.
Okay, pick that half up.
Okay.
He's eating...
No.
I was just going to show the picture.
Okay, show the picture.
He's eating the one that starts with that letter.
Well, just show the picture. You don't have to even say anything, just show the picture.
There you go.
Okay. Okay. So that's biscuit number one, yeah?
Yep, that's biscuit number one.
So what I'll do,
yes,
when I made a decision,
yep,
I'll just say which biscuit it was, one or two.
Yep.
Don't say it out loud.
Okay.
Until we're done. Until you've had your go as well. And we'll do it together, okay? Right, okay. How we get biscuit number two?
There we go.
Number two.
Yeah, this is number two.
Okay.
If you want, there's an extra bit of biscuit that fell out when you cut it.
Okay. I would say
Oh.
both were nice.
Mhm.
Biscuit number 1, I think, had a nicer biscuit.
Mhm.
Biscuit number 2, I preferred the flavour more.
Okay.
So I think I know which one I prefer. So I'm going to take this off now.
Would you want me to tell
No.
you which one? Okay.
I told you, after you.
Yep. After me.
Okay. Right, so tell me when. Is that okay?
Yep. Can't see anything.
Good. Let me lift it up above your nose a little bit so
Oh,
you
yes,
can
sorry.
actually smell a little bit.
Okay. I'm gonna cover that bit down a bit because I can see the paint.
Okay.
Can't see anything now.
Okay. Do you want me to just put the biscuits in your mouth?
Just hold it in my hand and then I'll eat it.
Okay.
Okay.
Good job, Miguel. This is great content, by the way. I'm really glad we decided to make this video. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. This is biscuit number 2.
Mhm. Oh.
Open the tunnel. Choo choo.
Okay. Okay.
She's almost there.
Sorry if I'm taking long eating. It's just that I've got a lot of wobbly teeth at the moment.
Don't make excuses. Right. So, what are your thoughts on biscuit number 1, biscuit number 2?
Right. So biscuit number 1. Well, both were really good. Biscuit number 1 was quite tasty, I guess. But then when I had biscuit number 2, I feel like there was more chocolate, and the biscuit I think was a bit tougher.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which one did you prefer?
I think I preferred biscuit number 2.
I preferred biscuit number 2.
Okay.
What was my biscuit number 2?
Your biscuit number 2 was a Tim Tam.
Your biscuit number 2 was a penguin.
Oh no.
It's a draw.
Ah.
But both were nice, yeah?
Yeah, both were really nice.
I think the Tim Tam's nicer, personally. But it's still quite close,
Yeah.
I would say.
Like, I could just about taste the difference.
Similar biscuits.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. We've not really come to a conclusion, but, you know, I think there's clearly enough of a difference there.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's interesting as well? We both went for biscuit number 2 when biscuit number 2 was the second one that we had.
What?
Right. So I had a penguin first and a Tim Tam.
Yeah.
You had a Tim Tam, then a penguin.
Yes.
We both chose the second biscuit we had.
Yeah, we did.
That's what I mean.
I thought you was like, we're just swapping biscuits.
No. So it's a draw. I'm sorry, like, there's no conclusion to this. It is what it is. Both are good.
Yes.
The only thing I would say, especially here in the UK, is a packet of penguins, which I think had 7 bars in it, is about £1.50, £2 normally. They were on special offer today at £1 bargain price. The Tim Tams, I think you get 9 in a packet, and they're £2.50.
Right.
So they are more expensive, about £1 more expensive for only 2 more biscuits. And also they're not individually wrapped.
Yeah.
An advantage of the penguin that you can just put them in your lunchbox or whatever, carry it to work. Tim Tam, you've got to put it in something else.
Especially if it's hot then that's not good for the Tim Tam because it's going to melt.
It's not good for the Tim Tam. It's not good for the Tim Tam.
Whereas for the penguin, it will melt inside the wrapper, so you won't have chocolate stuff in the lunchbox.
So there you go. No definitive answer, but we've tried. We've pitted them up against each other, and the conclusion is they're both good. Mm-hmm. So enjoy what you like, I guess, guys. Yeah. But thank you very much. Thank you for joining me.
Oh yeah, you're welcome.
And
make sure to invite me on the show more often.
Maybe not.
Oh.
Alice's Magic. You don't eat most of the stuff that I eat. Alice's Magical Podcast on podcast platforms.
Yep.
When you can be bothered to make an episode. You turn around. Look, I offered to make an episode today. You do want to do it.
Okay. And don't forget to check out my Instagram as well.
Which is?
Alice's Magical Library.
There you go. So, yeah, we'll leave it there.
So I hope this video was helpful.
It probably wasn't.
No.
Probably just start more arguments.
Yeah, like Tim Tam or Penguin. Penguin.
Right, so because we had a tie break, I've had to get the real judge in. My wife. So, if I didn't do that, people would complain. I didn't want to do that. This is the blindfolded justice. Okay. Me and Alice for the blindfolded justice. Can I trust you to put it on yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So once again, we've got a penguin, we've got a Tim Tam. You're an expert on penguins.
Not an expert, but
I don't know.
Tim Tams.
Well, that's what we're going to find out, right? That's the thing. But you know, you're familiar with the penguin. You've had enough in your lifetime. Yeah. Fan? Would you consider yourself a fan?
Okay, yeah.
Well, I mean, you don't have to.
Well, no, I wouldn't say I'm a fan. But
You're not a fan of the penguin?
Well, I like them.
Right. Then you're a fan.
I'm going to say I'm a fan. Stop it.
I wasn't doing anything. No, I wasn't. So, let's sort this out.
I like how you thought Alice was going to choose Tam Tam.
Tim Tam. You've got to get the name. Got to get the name right.
They're not the best.
Well, we'll see about that. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to half of each one. No, I didn't put a plate.
Right, remember what you've done now.
What?
Well, you need to remember which ones are which.
I know which ones are which and watch myself do it. Okay, so this is biscuit number 1. No, open your mouth. I don't need to even feel it. In your mouth.
No.
Come. Jesus Christ.
I'm not eating the whole thing.
Okay.
I think that's Tim Tam.
Okay. It's not what the experiment is, but that's fine. Okay.
I'll be impressed though, if I'm right.
Okay. Yeah, well, yeah. I'll let you know. She's going to cleanse the palate, as all professionals do when tasting. Got a spittoon set up by the side. Okay.
I'm going to bite it.
Okay, it's fine. Number 2.
No, I think that's Tim Tam.
Okay, well, it's not about which one is which. It's which one's nicer.
The first one.
You think the first one's nicer?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh God! Oh God!
Oh, I don't know.
You've had less of the second one. So you think the second one is a Tim Tam? You think the first one is a penguin?
Yeah.
How devastated are you going to be when I tell you?
Oh, really. I'm not going to swear.
Okay, you can. It's fine. But you'd be disappointed, would you?
More than that.
Okay. Do you want me to see the results?
Shall I take my blindfold off?
You can take your blindfold off. That's not going to reveal anything.
Are you going to tell me the results?
I'm going to see the results. Yeah, blindfold or not. It's not, whatever. You had it on for like a minute.
Yeah, because it's dark.
Okay. So, biscuit number 1.
Which I think is the better one.
You think's the better one. So that's the one you're going with. That's the penguin.
Yes!
You win!
Penguin wins.
Penguin wins because it is more superior to the Tim Tam.
The Tim Tam.
Tim.
I don't make up the rules. It is what it is. Well, sorry Australia, but your biscuit's not as good as a penguin. And they're more expensive, so sucks to be you. Sorry.